Hey folks, we are going to continue subtracting integers this week. We're going to go through this example, a real life example of when you would use subtracting integers in the world. And then you're going to play Prodigy to practice subtracting integers, okay? Let's listen to the scenario here.
Football team lost 2 yards on a running play. Then they received a 5-yard penalty. What is the team's total change in yards?
Okay, they lost 2 yards first on the first down, and then they also got a 5-yard penalty. So they lost 2 yards, and then they lost another 5 yards. So the question is asking, what is the team's total change in yards? We can show subtraction using a number line, but we can also write a subtraction expression, a subtraction problem to show the change in yards, okay? So we know they lost 2 yards on the running play, so that's losing 2. And then they received a 5-yard penalty, and in football, a penalty, that means that you're losing yards, so we lost 5 more yards. So -2 minus 5. We can write an equivalent addition expression using our keep, change, and then we can use the rules we already know for adding integers. So they rewrote this here for us with keep, change. We keep the first number the same, -2. We change the subtraction to addition, and then we change the 5 to its opposite, which is -5. Okay, I see 2 signs that are the same. So we keep the sign and we add. We keep the sign and we add. 2 plus 5 is 7, but they're both negative. So it's -7. The team's total change in yards is represented by -7. So they lost 7 yards. So when you're watching the Chiefs the next time and they talk about losing yards, they're subtracting integers. We're going to look at one more. This says Noel's football team lost 18 yards on a running play. Then they received a 6-yard penalty. What is the team's total change in yards? So we know that if they lost 18 yards, we're looking at a negative number. So we're starting with -18. Then they received a 6-yard penalty. And we talked just a moment ago, a penalty in football, you lose yards. So we're subtracting again. So we are going to start with -18 because they lost 18 yards. And then we're subtracting 6 because they received that 6-yard penalty. So they lost 6 yards. Then we use keep, change. We keep -18, we change the subtraction to addition, and then we change 6 to its opposite, -6. I see 2 signs that are the same. So it's going to be a negative number, we keep that sign, and then 18 plus 6 is 24. So the team's total change in yards is represented by -24. They lost 24 yards. Last one here. Isabella's football team lost 12 yards on a running play. Then they received a 14-yard penalty. What is the team's total change in yards? I would like you to go to Google Classroom to answer this question. I'm going to put it in Google Classroom, and you're going to answer this question. Isabella's football team lost 12 yards on a running play. Then they received a 14-yard penalty. What is the team's total change in yards? It's just like the other 2 problems we looked at. You will answer this in Google Classroom. And then on the hybrid slides, it will tell you how many minutes you need to play Prodigy today. See you soon.